Got it now. Last season, we were introduced to a group of characters that became affectionately known as the Student Six. This group consisted of 6 different species. 1 a pony, 1 a changeling, 1 a sea pony / hippogriff, 1 a yak, 1 a dragon, and 1 a griffin. And I think I said changeling as well. The names of these characters were as follow: Sandbar for the pony, Smolder for the dragon, Alcellus for the changeling, Grifton for the griffin, Silverstream for the sea pony / hippogriff, and Yona for the yak. Now, when these characters were introduced, it was pretty much hinted at and figured out by the staff, and figured out, I should say, by the fans, that these characters were going to play a huge part in the Season 8 finale. And they did, because some figured out that, well, these characters are getting a lot of focus here in the premiere. It's pretty much a done deal that they're going to save the day in the finale, or at least contribute to it, and that's exactly what happened. But another thing that got people kind of talkative about these characters, whether it was positive or negative, was the fact that it was pretty much hinted at by the staff and pretty much figured out and indicated and theorized by the fans that the Student Six were going to be the new bearers of the Elements of Harmony. And this would be more indicated later on in the second half of Season 8, when we got introduced to 6 different artifacts representing the different tribes or nations and species in Equestria, as well as an episode where the Tree of Harmony pretty much showed that it is more than what it seems, that it is indeed alive and sentient, by taking on the form of Twilight Sparkle in a way to test the Student Six and see if they are worthy of possibly being the next bearers of the Elements of Harmony. This was also pretty much indicated in the Season 8 finale, when the Tree of Harmony helped the Student Six restore magic back to Equestria, as well as surrounded the Student Six with magical hues, glowish hues, if you will, that were in the colors of this, not only the main 6, but the elements as well. However, when you take a look here at Season 9 and its trailer, and an upcoming episode called Uprooted, it seems that some of those elements that certain members of the Student Six were surrounded by in the glowish hue are not going to be the elements they get. Instead, in the trailer, as well as in the screenshot you could see, it looks like the Tree of Harmony, once again in the guise of Twilight Sparkle, being a callback to the episode What Lies Beneath from Season 8. It looks like it is sending basically magical colors, or the colors of the main 6, straight towards the Student Six. And it's kind of surprising what students kind of get the elements switched around on them. You see, in the Season 8 finale, Sandbar was surrounded by Fluttershy's color. Griffin was surrounded by Twilights. And I think Smolder was surrounded by Rainbow Dashes. But here, it's pretty much indicated that those elements are not going to be the elements they get. Instead, it looks like the elements are going to be going to other members of the Student Six. What I mean is this. It looks like when you look at the screenshot and you watch the trailer and you see the scene in there, it's pretty much showing that Smolder, the dragon, who's kind of a tomboyish character, who does secretly like girly things on occasions, feminine things on occasions, except she doesn't really like it to be known too much. It looks like she'll be getting Rarity's element, the element of generosity. Then you take a look at Griffin, or Grifter, and he'll be getting the element of loyalty, which is Rainbow Dash's. Then you take a look at Sandbar, and surprisingly, he'll be the one getting, it looks like, Twilight's element, the element of magic. While the others are pretty much as some fans predicted. Predicted in the first place because of the similarities. Those predictions being that Ocellus would get Fluttershy's element, the element of kindness, Yona would get the element of honesty, and Silverstream would get the element of laughter. So what it looks like to me is they're setting something up for later on in this final season where the main six will be passing down the elements of harmony along with the Tree of Harmony's help, passing those elements down to the student six and making them the official new bearers of the elements of harmony because they have proven themselves to be worthy. Now, when and where this happens is another story. My best guess is it's going to happen towards the end of the season. But the episode Uprooted, pretty much it looks like is indicating that they will be sharing these elements with the current holders of them, that being the main six. Now, I know people will ask questions as to why certain characters are getting certain elements that don't really match up to them. Well, I think it's because when you watch season 8, you kind of see that these characters show those elements no matter what. Or they show the elements in certain situations. For example, Smolder showed the element of generosity when she generously volunteered herself to help Spike learn how to fly like a natural dragon. Sandbar, on the other hand, I'm not too sure about him being the bearer of the element of magic, but if he has shown any kind of indication that he could be that bearer of element, the bearer of that element, I should say, is because he has shown that he could be a great leader. Grifter, or Griffin, or Grifter, yeah, it might seem strange that he's going to probably be getting the element of loyalty, but maybe not. Because when you watch certain episodes, especially What Lies Beneath, he has shown to be very loyal to his friends, no matter what. Even when he got in trouble in Heart's Warming Club, they stayed loyal to him, and he stayed loyal to them. So when you go back and watch season 8, there are obvious moments that show that Smolder is worthy, possibly of the element of generosity, Sandbar is worthy of the element of magic, and Grifter is pretty much worthy of the element of loyalty. As far as the others go, Yona speaks her mind. It's obviously been seen that she's not afraid to speak the truth. That's why she obviously is going to be getting the element of honesty. Silverstream, just by her enthusiastic attitude and positive outlook, no doubt a strong candidate for the element of laughter. And Ocellus, even though she could be a candidate for the element of magic, pretty much shows kindness towards others, despite the fact that she is a changeling and her species has had a very notorious reputation or history that she is trying to leave behind, as well as they are trying to leave behind. And she's doing that by showing kindness to other creatures in a way changelings originally were never meant to do, but they are currently doing. So in the long run, when you think about it, does it make sense for the Student 6 to possibly be passed down these elements by the main six and the Tree of Harmony, possibly towards the end of the season, and become the new bearers of the elements of harmony, basically the new guardians of Equestria. Does it make sense? I think honestly it does, especially if you go back and watch certain moments and episodes in season 8. You pretty much see that these characters have earned the opportunity to bear, if not hold and carry, these elements of harmony with honor. So it may not make sense to a lot of folks in the long run, but I think it makes tons of sense. And all you have to do is go back and look at season 8. Look at certain episodes and moments that I've mentioned, and you'll probably pretty much see exactly why it looks like Smolder's getting the element of generosity, Sambar's getting the element of magic, and Grifter's getting the element of loyalty, while Yona's getting the element of honesty, Osalis is getting the element of kindness, and Silverstream is getting the element of laughter. Go back and look at those certain moments, and you'll pretty much agree that, yeah, these are probably the best choices for the elements to be passed down to by the main six and the tree itself. So, let me know what you guys all think down below. Comment if you like. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you, and I will talk to y'all later. Sorry if I stuttered and all that, but hey, this is on the fly, so hope you enjoyed it anyway. Peace out.